Jeff Bezos tops the lists of world's richest men, businessman and founder of Amazon, of which he owns 7%. His fortune amounts to $100 billion. The eccentric tycoon was one of the first men to travel into space on a scenic flight in his own ship, the Blue Origin New Shepard, on the NS-16 suborbital flight in 2021. Blue Origin has now launched its 5th manned flight into space with 10 passengers on board. Jeff Bezos can be an inspiring man if you are interested in building your business and changing your life. His impressive career provides exciting examples of perseverance and good fortune. If you are considering being your own boss, you should know that it is not easy. Success is a very personal concept, yet many people agree that success is about money, others about achieving your dreams. Both are right, as achieving your dreams and being able to make a living out of them by changing your lifestyle would be the highest ladder to success that anyone could wish for. Who knows, maybe you will be the next one to top the famous Forbes or Bombers list. Above all, it is best to take a chance. If you believe in your dream and trust in yourself, it can be achieved. And if not, at least you'll have tried. Without a doubt, it is better to research and work hard. There is no doubt about that. You will be inspired by the footsteps of great investors or entrepreneurs. No doubt they have not missed a beat, and you can follow in their footsteps. Jeff would be no exception. The tycoon founded several companies in its beginnings, and at the beginning, he had the financial support of his parents. It is very important to have support, of course, but it is not everything when you want to reach the top. Sometimes, the advice of those who are already there must be heard. Achieving business success is important, so is being happy, and to make sure you are, Jeff Bezos recommends 12 questions to ask yourself to achieve happiness. If you want to achieve happiness, the millionaire offers 12 questions that, according to him, are the formula to achieve it. This formula invites you to challenge yourself and build a story worth telling. Because, along the way, you may not be as successful as Amazon's CEO, but you will know that you are building your story. And in the end, you will be proud of the decisions you made. If you really believe you are on the right path, I invite you to test yourself by answering the 12 questions Jeff demonstrated at Princeton University's graduation in 2010. The first question is, how will you use your gifts? It's that simple. Every person has a gift, something they love to do, and also what they're good at. And that gift can be used for their own benefit or to help humanity, for example. Certainly, knowing what you will use your gift for is ultimately what is going to set the way forward. Where to start? The second question is, what choices would you make? This question is related to the first one, of course. Once you know what your gift is and how you will use it, you will have to make some choices. You will have to choose a path. The third is, will inertia be your guide, or will you follow your passions? The answer seems obvious. Follow your passions. However, if you stop to think about it, the answer is complicated. If you follow your passions too many times, you can be blinded by them. And if you follow inertia, you could be paying attention to your true destiny. It depends on what you believe. Think about it. Will you follow dogma, or will you be original? This is the fourth question, almost reciprocal. Some will choose, always to be original. Be yourself. Will you choose a life of comfort or a life of service and adventure? Answer this question very honestly. Perhaps here it depends on how old you are when you do it. The older ones will say a life of comfort, as the years do not come alone, and the energetic and courageous young ones will say adventure. Of course, age is a construct, only you know that. The sixth question is, will you walk away from criticism or follow your convictions? This is a very motivating question, one of those that you ask yourself in front of the mirror when you're facing a difficult stage in your life. Come on, will you wither away from what people tell you, or will you listen to your heart and carry on? Will you pretend when you are wrong, or will you apologize? The seventh question evokes your moral side side, your choices as a person. Knowing how to apologize and avoid bad karma is important to have a clear conscience and be happy. Question number 8. Will you guard your heart against rejection, or will you act when you fall in love? Come on, here are the hard answers, you man. To give everything for love, to choose the right partner who will accompany us on our way to happiness is very important. The next question won't be so easy. Will you play it safe, or will you be a bit of a bully? Here, it depends on your personality. Are you impulsive or premeditated? Sometimes, in some moments of life, it's better not to think so much and act. Some trains only run once in a lifetime. Question number 10. When the going gets tough, will you give up or will you be ruthless? Another motivational question. Don't give up. Will you be a cynic or will you be a builder? The penultimate question provokes the inner self. To answer otherwise would be a clear Bezos mistake. Be a builder. The last question, but not the least. Will you be smart at the expense of others, or will you be kind? The road to success and happiness is not built on the unhappiness of others. Remember that being able to sleep at night is part of the process. Good luck answering. According to Bezos, these 12 questions will help you choose the right path to what you really want, without wasting your time or getting what you want at the expense of others and being a nasty person. Now, the promised success is dead. If you want to have a business, Bezos offers 10 tips to achieve it. How are your answers? Leave your opinion in the comments box. We continue with the 10 tips from Amazon's billionaire founder. 10 tips for business success. You already know Bezos' first tip for business success. He advised his mother, or his doctor, to get 8 hours of sleep. Live one day at a time. Make good decisions every day. And for that, it is better to have a clear mind and sleep well. The second tip is to be flexible in the details and firm in the vision of the company. It is a challenge to be tenacious and flexible at the same time. Success comes if you focus on overcoming every challenge. If you're with your employees and you have to order more than 2 pizzas for lunch, you are wrong. For Jeff Bezos, small teams are more efficient. 5 to 7 people will be enough to do a good job, as large groups have lowered their level of performance. The fourth tip is to never stop experimenting. As well as keeping your wits about you, will keep you on your toes and keep you competitive in the marketplace. If you double the number of experiments you do in a year, your inventiveness and ingenuity will double. Tip number 5 invites you to think long term. Planning is key when you have a goal for your venture. For innovative ideas to begin to bear fruit, companies must be willing to wait 5 to 7 years. Says Bezos, quote, "If we think long-term, we can achieve things we otherwise couldn't." For Bezos, always innovate. The sixth tip applies to those entrepreneurs who have once generated a program or formula to follow and never let go. For Jeff, it is important new things and keep the experimentation flowing. The brevity of presentations is Bezos' 8th tip, which the audience interprets by reading and discussing the author's conclusions, as well as the need to synthesize, reinforce ideas, and allow for rethinking arguments to make them clear and simple. If you have a business, you must think about the customer, according to Bezos. This is the 9th tip that will help you find success. Quote, "When you work backwards, you start with the customer and their needs and problems. This is the opposite of what some companies do. They come up with ideas, create a product, and then see if customers like it. Got a good idea? Well, reduce the risk." For Bezos, entrepreneurs are always attributed with a taste for risk. But this is not the case. They always try to reduce risk. Don't stop pursuing your ideas. Invent a way that doesn't jeopardize your investments. And here we come to tip number 10, Jeff Bezos' final tip. If you have answered the questions to achieve happiness, this advice will be easy for you to follow. Passion. Chase the hot stuff. You never need to position yourself and wait for the wave. And the way to do that is to choose something you are passionate about. That's the main advice I would give give to someone who wants to start a business or take on a new project? Make sure it's something you're interested in, something you're passionate about. Jeff has achieved happiness and business success, and we don't know if it's part of his share your gift with the world, but he has left his advice for you to walk towards it too. Sleep well to make good decisions, think long term, be kind, small groups, reduce risk, think customer focused, short presentations, always innovate by being fluid and flexible, and keep experimenting. Don't stop asking yourself the questions that will guide your way to happiness and living a life you are proud of. If you're still not satisfied and want to continue learning about good business habits, Jeff recommends the book Built to Last: Visionary Business Success Habits for Lasting Great Business. This book was written by Jamie C. Collins and Jerry I. Porras and published in 1994. The road to success, as well as finding happiness, is personal, and everyone builds it, as well as the time it takes to get there. Luck intervenes and determines every step of the way. Jeff's advice and questions are general, and while you may apply some, you may not apply others. That's up to you. Thanks for joining us for another video. See you soon!